Hey guys, 22 Soulful. Got me a new little power supply here that I built. It's all inside a little Sterilite container there. Here's the outputs. You guys can see it has a little on-off switch right here. You got your common ground, your 12 volts, your 5 volts, and your 3.3 volts. I put in a little fan there to draw out the heat, and as well as a little plug here. So a lot of you guys probably recognize this style plug. This was from a computer power supply, which is actually the guts of this little build. So I'm gonna take it apart and let you guys see it. Alright, so I got the lid off of it here. Let me just go over some of the stuff here. So the very bottom here, let me get my camera focused on it. You see is the little what do you call it? outlet that was mounted inside the power supply. What I did is I added some wire to it. You guys can see the black and white wire there. I added some wire to it and give me a little extra length so I can mount it on the outside of my box here. The ground wire, didn't change it. It just went straight back to the power supply casing to provide a power ground, or AC ground you should say. Inside here I just took the top cover off the power supply there, just to allow some extra airflow, plenty of airflow I should say. Right here, these are just unused wires. The purple, gray, and blue wires there, they're pretty much just for communication, not really your power wires. Right there on the bottom of the power supply. Let me zoom in there. I combined all my yellow wires right here, as you see, to go to one yellow wire. Same thing with my black wires. Combined all my black wires to go to one common black wire. Red and orange, did the same thing with that. Let's see. Oh yeah, the green wire here. Zoom out. Green wire here goes to my switch, as well as one of the black wires. Any of the black wires will do to trick the power supply to come on. So green wire, black wire goes to my switch. Let's go over here. You guys can see the switch right there. Has the blue little connectors there. Just my power switch. Right there, you see all my little binding posts. All my little binding posts right there for my power outputs here on the front. So let's see, the fan, just an old little computer fan, probably an inch by an inch roughly. I have that wired up to my 12 volt outputs here, my 12 volt outputs. The ground goes to the ground, obviously. Power goes to the 12 volt power pole. So yeah, that's how I have it wired up. Nothing real special with that. So there's a little look on the inside. Let's just go over the outside features of it. Alright, so you guys can see it's just the outputs once again. Rocker switch here turned on and off, fan, and the power plug here. Now this power plug, I was happy I was able to mount it on the outside. So for one thing, it looks a lot better. And all you got to do is you just take your plug here and you just plug it up here and plug your other end into the wall just like that. So I'm going to power this little power supply up, and we're going to test the voltages and let you see the fan running and all that. So let me go and get started with that, and I'll start the camera right back. Alright, so I got the power supply plugged up into the wall. Let's go and kick it on. Now, I'm not sure if the camera could pick that up, but you might could hear the fan right there moving. A little shy of the fan. Just turned it off there. Turn it back on. So, got the fan going to keep the heat down inside the power supply. Let's go and get the voltages here and check the voltages, and just with my multimeter, just so you guys can see the actual voltages here. Alright, so you see I got my meter set up. Let's go and start testing the voltages just so you can see. So we'll start with the 12 volt first. See, we're at 11.7, 11.6. This is the, let's see, which one's that? 5 volt right here. 5.19 volts. 3 volts, 3.3. It is 3.35. So the only drawback to having the fan ran directly to the 12 volt post is you do lose like 0.10 of a volt So 1/10 of a volt, as you guys can see, it's hitting 11.7 versus a flat 12, 11.87 versus 12. So that's the only thing. But you kind of have to have that, because last thing you'd want to happen is you burn up the insides here. So it's important to have your proper ventilation here in order to keep your power supply running good. So but yeah, guys, there's just a look at the new DIY power supply here, made out of an old computer power supply, or PSU as they call it, a power supply unit. But yeah, guys, there you go. Got any questions, feel free to comment. Thank you all for watching.